Patients, once they've been diagnosed with cancer, their mind may go to many different places. Am I going to die? How am I going to be treated? They've just been given a diagnosis and they may feel helpless.
It's very likely that you or your family member or friend will be diagnosed with breast cancer. It's one of the most common cancers. And so just the volume of diagnoses really lends itself to having a coordinated efforts to really focus in on this disease.
The mission of Edith Sanford is to do everything we can to diagnose, treat, and take care of breast cancer patients in the best way, not only that we know how, but that science and technology knows as well.
We have a phenomenal breast cancer program that I would put up against any other here in the United States. So if you're diagnosed with breast cancer or cancer at Sanford, you're going to get the best opportunity, to have the best treatment option and additional treatment options on top of the standard of care.
One advantage of Edith Sanford Breast Center is we have everything in one location. We have everything from the diagnostic aspect to the treatment aspect.
Having all of the practitioners there at one time to formulate that plan with the patient, I think really provides the best outcomes.
We have the most state-of-the-art imaging services to detect the cancer early. We're involved in collaborative research with partners from across the nation to really look at how can we personalize screening and treatment.
Our oncologists have said this to me, Dave, I don't want to ever go into a room again and say, I don't have anything else for you. That's exactly what Sanford Research and what Edith Sanford stands for right now.
We have a lot of dedicated people that start with the nurses and the nurse navigators that help get our patients organized into the system. We have increasing numbers of cancer survivors, not only for breast cancer, but for many cancer sites. And a lot of that has to do with investments in treatments. Particularly some of the medications we use to treat breast cancer have made a big change in the survivorship itself.
Every cent counts because we can explore more things, answer more questions, test more approaches, put more people on clinical trials, even raise that 13% of people on clinical trials even higher because there'll be more options to choose from.
We want our patients to have the best of the best and not have to feel like they have to travel. And we want to be able to provide that in North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, and beyond. One
of the biggest ones that it funds now and is increasingly important in the future is the nurse navigation program.
The nurse navigation role is completely funded through philanthropy and donations. Patients do not see a single bill for any of the services that we're able to provide, getting them connected to resources and just helping them navigate through the system.
The future of Edith Sanford is simple. We want to be at the cutting edge of treating and preventing breast cancer.
The donations help to fund the research that provides the next best treatment. And if we continue to do research and fund the next best treatment, eventually we're going to have 100% cure. And we're not there yet, and we have to continue to fight to get there. And I think it's all of our fight.
Philanthropy is phenomenally important. There's so many things we wouldn't be able to do if it wasn't for the donations that we receive.
A lot of the diagnostic imaging technology advances almost at an exponential pace. All those technologies are coming, and we have to be able to make those available, and that additional funding really helps that.
Eventually, obviously, we would like to cure this disease and put me out of a job. But the goal of Edith is basically just to help cure and eradicate breast cancer. It does not discriminate.
So we can increase our capacity many-fold through the additional dollars that come through philanthropy. It's nice going to sleep at night knowing you're making a contribution to someone's lives. It really is, and it's nice knowing that you're making a contribution to something that has so much personal impact as well. I think many people know I lost a sister to breast cancer. She has 2 granddaughters right now that she's never met. If she was alive today, she'd be saying, what could I do to make sure they don't go through what I went through? And we have the ability to screen and identify if a woman is more susceptible to breast cancer, and that's exactly what we need to do.
Favorite thing about my wife is her smile, and if you've never met Lisa, you always get the truth. And if you go out at night, it could get pretty wild, pretty crazy. She's tough. Very, very tough.
She was just super strong throughout the whole thing.
It was in the summer of 2020. I was first having some aches and pains in my breast, and when I finally had the courage to think, okay, something is really wrong, I had that gut feeling. Once I got the diagnosis that I had breast cancer, things progressed pretty quickly from there.
It was scary. It was very scary. That's all I remember.
Your world falls apart, but you need to stay strong because of everyone around you. I could be mad, I could be sad, I could be angry, or I'm just going to find joy in this and live each moment because I can't change it. People that I know in the community just raved about the Edith Center, and we never heard a bad word about the people there and their facilities and the technology that they have. And so we knew that was where we wanted to go. First step was just meeting with the surgical team and the plastic surgeons. I'll never forget Dr. Dirksen right before surgery. I was really nervous, and he said, let's say a prayer. And he prayed, and we prayed before surgery. That was monumental. I knew I was gonna make it that day. I knew I was in the right place. And then we started making decisions about chemotherapy and what type of treatment and how long we would have treatments for. That was a really hard part. Not having the energy and missing out. I missed going to the kids' activities, playing ball in the yard. I missed sitting around playing games with them at night. It was very hard not to work. I love my job, and I knew those kids would get me through it. You go through your treatments, and every once in a while you're sitting there, somebody will ring a bell. So you wait and you go through every treatment thinking, okay, my time is gonna come. And once it does, it was the best feeling ever. It is such a celebration, and the nurses all stand up, and as you're ringing, you just know you're bringing hope to somebody else that's sitting there that day, that they have the hope that they are going to ring that bell too.
Being there, the doctors were amazing. They're fabulous. They did a wonderful job. Definitely, because without him, she wouldn't be here. It's a very powerful place that you're donating to, and the things they do is amazing.
It would be my hope that someday other women or my daughters or my grandchildren could have an easier route when it comes to breast cancer.
I'm very proud of my mom. She's awesome. She's the best mom I could ever ask for.
She's perfect.
I'm just truly grateful for the entire team at Sanford. It's very humbling. I didn't expect all the people that cared about me. I'm stronger than I thought.